Do these 6 things to avoid cancellation, withhold, F9 from your BECE or your WASSCE examination this year. I've gathered 6 things from online that is going to help all the candidates, whether you are writing the BECE or whether you're writing WASSCE or NAPTES. Yes, kindly watch the video to the end, because even with NAPTES, you'll be writing the 4 core, and this also covers all the 4 core subjects. So let me take you through the whole situation. If today is your first time, click on the plus sign on TikTok and then subscribe to our platform on YouTube, because the full video is going to be posted on YouTube. Facebook is Salif Abdul. Share this video to your friends and your loved ones so that they will also get to know and avoid failure in the examination. Very simple. I've gathered these 6 things from online, and I think it's going to help all the candidates. So let me start with number 1. And number 1 is inadequate preparation. Candidates don't want to prepare. Candidates depend on some foreign materials because they have joined Telegram group and all kind of that. And I have a story to say, but it's going to make this video long, so I will tell that story in another video. Because when I was writing my NAPTES, my CTVET exams, I experienced a lot of things, and it didn't help. Yes, I didn't fail, but it didn't help me in that situation. I waited 2 years before I checked my results, because I felt like, yeah, I failed mathematics, because I learned. In my entire years in my SHS career, I didn't learn, but with the final 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I worked hard. I learned with mathematics because I was struggling with maths. When I get to the exam hall, I've almost said the story. when I went to the exam hall, I sat down. The paper came. They shared the papers among all the candidates. When I picked my pen, I refused all the things I've learned. In the morning for the past 3 weeks, I just refused. Profit, I think I learned about percentages. I just forgot all of them because I wasn't preparing enough. Inadequate preparation leads to failure in your examination. I know you'll be dependent on foreign materials, and if you are a candidate and you are not learning, if you are not prepared enough, and then they even bring you a poor, it will be difficult for you to even copy well, because everything on the paper sheet you are going to write it. If you watch why mistake, and because a lot of people are writing, it's the now on your watches or on your source mind, and the person is bringing you that poor. It is not necessary. You are going to write all of it because you feel like you didn't learn, you didn't prepare. So whatever is on the paper, you are going to write it down, and that leads to cancellation, withhold, and the person is going to mark you down because why I'm prepared. And it is very sad to see now the students are failing F9. And you see, the whole thing is when they fail and then you try to comfort them. I wrote the things are right, and I'm even shocked. You didn't write anything. Inadequate preparation leads to failure, and that is number 1. Number 2 is ignoring instructions. When you are in the examination hall and the paper is brought to you, the paper is lying in front of you, focus on the instructions. You can take 10 minutes to read all the instructions on the question paper before you even tackle any question, and try to understand any question on the question paper before you tackle it. You see, when I was writing mine, I didn't even read the instructions, and some instruction says that state, it didn't say explain, but because you didn't read the instruction very well, you are going to state and explain, and it's going to waste your time. And then number 2 with ignoring instructions is, you see, from the cover page of the BECE or the WASSCE question paper, there are a lot of instructions on it. There are some certain portions that you are not supposed to write on, but because you didn't read the instructions, you're going to cross the limit. You're going to write anyhow on the question paper, and then that is going to also lead to either they're going to mark you down, or if the person is not God fearing, is going to mark you down, and that is the whole situation. So number 2 is ignoring instructions. Please kindly take your time, take like 10 minutes to 15 minutes, read the instructions very well, try to understand each and every instruction on the question paper before you tackle any question. Number 3 is poor handwriting. Most people don't use my first copybook again because they feel like, yeah, it is unnecessary. You spend time on the social media just scrolling. There's no much time to write. So now when you see some certain handwriting or some certain papers, you feel like, oh, god damn, is this person a candidate? Is this person an SHS student? because you feel like in our olden times, like hear me out. Me saying this are olden times. Yeah. You see, in our times, when I was very young, when I see someone going to SHS, I feel like, yeah, this person there, it should be very brilliant. The handwriting should be good. But nowadays, people don't even consider the handwriting. As long as they can write something down, that's all. Because if I am examiner and I'm marking like 200 answer papers, and then your handwriting is not clear, I will not even waste time trying to figure out the things that you have write down, because per the number of papers that I'm going to mark, that depends on how much they are going to pay me. So me spending a lot of time on one person's question paper trying to figure out every single thing you wrote on a question paper, they are going to mark you down. So with the poor handwriting, that is 100%. Practice it. Try to your paragraphing, your everything. Try to master it before you go to the exams, or before you go to the exams room, because it's going to help you a lot. And then number 5 is lack of practice. People don't practice. They don't practice. AC. Letter. Write a letter. Write how your biggest festival in your hometown is celebrated. Write how Kontomire stew is made. Write how we prepare abenkwang. What I say, all kind of. You have to practice stories. Narrate a story you have read before. You have to practice. You have to be practicing. And then there's a saying that practice makes man perfect. And if you are a man or a woman and you're not trying to practice before you go to the exam, so put in mind there is no apport that is going to save you. Because the party they are porno bar, bra Kofi, maybe your name is no Kofi too. You are going to write the same Kofi. So the person seeing your name on the answer sheet is Kwame, but there is Kofi in the story that you're writing. Doesn't make sense. It's going to mark you down. So kindly note that now. And then the last one on the list is failure to review their work. You see, you should try very hard to finish your answers before the time, so that you will also get time to review whatever you have write down. See, there is these petty mistakes that we make when you're writing exams. But if you write and you didn't do review, you're going to submit it just like that. But if you do review, you're going to be seeing some certain petty mistakes. You'll be seeing some corrections on the answer sheet. Okay, here they're supposed to be there, but there's no there, so I have to put it there. You see, so these petty mistakes can lead to mass deduction. The person can deduct some of the marks because you have made some certain mistakes on the answer sheet. And these are the 6 major things you need to master on. I think that I made a very good research about this, and it's going to help all of us. So if you're BECE or your WASSCE candidate, try to master these 6 things before you get to the exam. So number 1 is inadequate preparation. Number 2 is ignoring instructions. Number 3 is poor handwriting. Number 4 is procrastination, lack of practice, failure to review their work. If you fail to review your work, either you will fail or it will lead to mass deduction. Kindly note these 6 things before you get to the exam. So if you really enjoyed this video, kindly click on the plus sign. On TikTok, follow us on YouTube at Karma Studios. Facebook is Salif Abdo. So any updates I'll be sharing with you on the same platform. I'm finally out.